Yeah, no. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today is a long requested video of me analyzing Brad Pitt's accent in Meet Joe Black.
Everything gonna be Irie.
Now, this video is really challenging to even begin analyzing, and by the way, today I have in my trusty AirPods because it's summertime in Japan. It's starting to get really hot and humid. It's rainy season, so if it starts to get a little dark in here, please bear with me because the window is open, the birds are chirping, and it's starting to get a little dark with the clouds. I hope they hold up until the end of this video. But anyhow, for this video, I'll be giving a rundown of Brad Pitt's accent in Meet Joe Black. And before I even dive into the clips from the movie, I just want to say, even though I have a master's in linguistics, the Jamaican language is not my specialization. I am a linguist from Jamaica who is Jamaican, but all the knowledge that I have, I learned in my second year of undergrad almost 20 years ago in a course called The Structure of the Jamaican Language. And this is, of course, at the University of the West Indies, Mona, in Jamaica. And I really want to give a shout out to the Jamaican Language Unit for having published this amazing book called Writing Jamaican the Jamaican Way, or Alpha Write Jamaican. And this book has been a massive help for me. This book has the Jamaican alphabet, the alphabet for the Jamaican language, which is the Cassidy JLU writing system. It has a breakdown of all the different grammatical features in it. There are exercises in there that you can do where you listen to the CD that they have and you write what you hear using the Jamaican language alphabet. And there are stories in here, poems in here. This is an absolutely exceptional book. And no, this isn't sponsored at all. Like, I'm not a big channel. I'm a small channel, such a small channel, just starting out. So this is really something that I'm just passionate about, my Jamaican language. I'm that passionate about it. And I'm passionate about the work that the JLU has been doing. They've been fighting for our language, for the rights of our people to speak our language on an official level for a very, very long time. So if you can, definitely contact the JLU. I'd seen this book being sold on Amazon, but when I asked them about it, they said that it's actually not them who's selling it. So please contact them directly. I'll put their information in the description box, so check it out, reach out to them, and get your copy of this book. Like, all of this is off of that course, this book, and the advice of the amazing linguists who do specialize in the Jamaican language. I want to give a shout out to Professor Hubert Devonish, who gave me some advice on how I can start tackling this particular video. Now, the challenge that I had with this video, with the Brad Pitt accent specifically, so the clips that have Brad Pitt trying to speak Jamaican, is what I find often happening is that when persons who are not Jamaican try to speak our language, there is this caricature that they create. There is this caricature of what our language sounds like. And if you think about it, think about Miss Cleo.
Call me now for your free tarot reading.
Every Jamaican who heard Miss Cleo knew she was not from Yard. Yeah, no. And this is actually one of the criticisms that a lot of us have of Hollywood. Whereas you would have these dialect and accent coaches for different North American and British accents, when it comes to the Caribbean and frankly minority languages, and by minority I mean non-white, non-European languages, you don't really find there being very many accent and language coaches to help actors with this. And so it was actually the actress who played alongside Brad Pitt who gave him tips on how to make his accent more authentic. And if you actually listen to it, and what I'm about to say is going to be so controversial, and Jamaican, just hear me out. The actual sentences that he says, they can pass, right? But what throws us off is the pronunciation. It's his accent. It's just that bad. Yes, it is. Okay. And for non-Jamaicans, you're able to watch the scene and you're able to immerse yourself in it. But for us as Jamaicans, we watch it and we're so thrown by this caricature of our accent that it's harder for us to really enjoy and jump into these scenes. So in Meet Joe Black, it was the actress Lois Kelly Miller, a Jamaican-born actress, who gave Brad Pitt tips on how he could make his accent more realistic. And I'm assuming also advised him on the word choice, because there are things that he said that were clearly influenced by someone who actually knows our language. She passed away last year at the age of 102. She clearly lived a very full and long life.
Miss, doctor,
Oh, just 1 second. I'll be right there.
please, my mama is sicker than him.
Obia,
No, mama.
Obia, man. I'm going to die.
Mama, stop it. It's just a man.
Okay, so let me pause right here and just say this is very poignant. This is important to note. She says obia, well, specifically pronouncing it obia. Now, the pronunciation of this word is very key. It's obia. It's like it's 2 syllables. Obia. What I sometimes hear a person saying, like what the doctor is about to say, is obea or obia. It's obia or obia.
What's Obia?
Bad spirit. She just thought fever. She don't mean nothing. Please help us.
Now, listen to how Brad Pitt says it.
Of course.
No be a sister, no devil, no dopey. Everything gonna be irie.
So the obia, which he pronounces obia, is actually a-okay, right? But the part that throws every Jamaican listening is the ending. Everything going to be irie. Now, going right here is what a lot of North Americans, I think, I'm not sure about Canadians, but Americans tend to say gonna. In Jamaica, we say going. Instead of gonna, going. Everything going. So everything gonna be, everything going be, irie. But he doesn't say irie. He does that caricature, irie. Everything going to be irie. And again, for those of us listening, it kind of gets a bit comical, because once again, instead of this is a sober scene, right? So instead of just watching and being enthralled, we're like, yeah. All right, let's continue.
Have you registered?
No.
Okay.
You going to be all right, mama?
Go with the doctor, lady, mom gonna be fine now.
Okay, so the gonna, definitely no gonna. We would say gwen, everything going to be fine now. But how he says it is also strange. It's just the pronunciation mainly that's the challenge.
Don't leave. Don't leave me.
She'll be right back.
Mama.
Okay.
Obia.
Rotted.
All right, so what he just said is a gentle expletive in Jamaican, rotted. Now, usually when we say it, it's usually rotted. There's a long A and a short E. Rotted, right? But he does rotted, which to our ear, it's a little off, but otherwise, not that bad.
Will be evil, I not evil, oh man.
And what you is then?
Now, obia kind of gets a really bad rap, because obia is, well, I'm not an expert on the historical significance of the practice, but it's basically a Jamaica-based spiritual African spirituality mixed with elements of Christianity. And it gets a bad rap because in Jamaica, Christianity is the biggest religion. And whereas in Christianity, you have that duality of good and evil, of gods and angels and the devil and demons, with obia, it's only seen as being bad. But in the same way that you'd watch Harry Potter, and you have Harry and Dumbledore, but then you also have Voldemort, it's literally the same thing. They're always good and bad sides. There's a duality to a lot of these things, but I found that when it comes onto spiritualism that originate with Black and brown people, they don't often get that kind of justice, unfortunately. But here she uses the word obia to mean something bad, so she sees him as a bad omen.
I from that next place.
In Jamaican, when we speak, actually in Jamaican English, we tend to not say I because I is made, it's one letter when we write it, but it's made up of two sounds, a, e. In our Jamaican language, and specifically in Jamaican English, we don't say I. We tend not to say I, we say a. So, ob ya evil, and not evil woman, are from that next place. So, I come from that next place.
You waiting here to take us? Like you's the bus driver today?
No, man, I on holiday.
And again, on holiday, right? So yeah, it will be a, and then there'll be a slight pause in between the a from I and the on. So we would say on, not on. So a on holiday, not on holiday, but a on holiday.
Some spot you pick. Oh. Pain. Bad.
I don't have nothing to do with these things, you know.
All right. So I couldn't hear very clearly if you said I or a, but something to note: whenever we say don't in Jamaican English, we don't say don't. We say don't. I don't. I don't have nothing to do with these things, you know.
Make it go away.
Dr. Lady, make it irie.
Make it irie. Irie. You don't need that much gusto when you say I. It's just irie. Dr. Lady, make it irie. You know, you don't need irie. You know that.
Not this pain. This pain got through and through me. Make it go away.
I can't, sister.
You can, mister.
So here, I can. So we don't say that t at the end wouldn't be can't. And what he says, I think I hear him say the kya. There's what's called a palatalization. So it's not can, it's can, right? So I can, sister.
Take me to that next place.
It's not your time now.
All right, good. So it's not your time now, all right?
Make it time.
You can't fool with the way things got to be.
You can't, you, so short you, not you, but you can't fool with the way things. And we tend not to say with for the word with, we say with like a D. With. You can't fool with the way things got to be.
Please.
So what you'll notice happening in Meet Joe Black is that there are some sentences that are structurally in the Jamaican language. So the structure is not English, but actually our Creole language. They're speaking closer to Jamaican English than they are to the actual Jamaican Creole language.
Have you spent much time in the islands?
Some.
Okay, so there's actually a second scene, so let's watch it. Oh, he's got flowers.
Mr. Bad News. About time you show up.
Don't be feisty, sister.
Not feisty, mister.
So here the word feisty is facetious, so naughty. It can be naughty in a cute way, but it can also be naughty in a you're actually being flat out rude way. Here he means that she's just being a little naughty. She's being cheeky.
You come for me? That's good news.
No, I come to see the doctor.
That's actually not bad. I come to see the doctor. Not bad. And here we don't say see with that long E. We shorten it and we have see. I come to see the doctor.
Doctor?
Mm-hmm.
What could be wrong with you? Nothing.
Good. Nothing. Not nothing or nothing. Nothing. Perfect. Miss Kelly Miller. Clearly, she did her job.
Oh, you come to see Dr. Lady?
Yeah, man.
My Dr. Lady?
Mine too, you know.
You in love? You loved back? She know your real self.
She know how she feel.
Backside. What the hell kind of business this is?
Don't it you, Okian?
Okay, so where he tends to trip up is when he has these longer sentences. So the short words, he tends to do better, but when it's the longer ones, and it's usually, that makes sense. I call it the music of a language, and every language has its own music. There are words that you stress more than others, depending on what you're saying and how you're saying it. And understanding that takes a while to practice all of this. So this is actually a phrase that I don't think we would even say at all in our language. I don't need your okayan. That okayan does not sound Jamaican at all. And I think a more natural reaction would have been, I never ask you. Meaning, I don't need your okaying, right? But I never asked you for your opinion. That's really the idea. That tends to be a more natural way of reacting to something like this. I never asked you.
Schoolboy things in your head. Badness for you. Badness for her. Badness for me. Lying here. 2 months bigger as breadfruit pies than me inside. I'm waiting.
Bring your flowers and all I getting aggravation.
We tend not to use the third person singular form of the be verb, so is, with I is. So I is doing something. We tend to not say that. We tend to just take it out entirely if we're speaking like this. So he would have said, I bring you flowers and all I get in is aggravation. That would have been more natural for us.
The only flowers I want to see is the ones over my peaceful self resting in the dirt.
Can't do no right by people. Come to take you, you want to stay. Leave you stay, you want to go. Rotted.
Leave you stay. Yeah, no. Maybe leave you here. Not leave you stay, but leave you here. You want to go. His routed is better. Much, much better. Yeah, good. Long A, short E. Good.
If we're lucky, maybe we got some nice pictures to take with us.
You got enough nice pictures.
So it's actually hard for me to pick up what exactly he said. I can't tell if he said, did you have enough? Or did you had enough? Hopefully he said, did you have enough nice pictures? Because yeah, that's fine. So guys, I'm editing this and realized that he actually said got. And here we wouldn't use palatalization for got. We tend to use it only for g, a, and k, a sounds. So kya and gya, but not a, gya. All right, we made it to the end of this video. If you watched all the way to the end, thank you so much for watching. Please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram, and you can also follow me on Facebook. I have a Facebook page where I share some of these things as well, in addition to other things that I do for my business, my freelance business registered here in Japan. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.